Welcome back. AI has been the trade for the last 2 years. It's what's created the most value than any other causal factor in the stock market. The great NVIDIA has risen to great heights because of the AI build out, and they've increased their revenue substantially. They've also increased their free cash flows substantially. Now, it's really exciting to think about the prospects of AI. What's it going to do for the world? How many things is it going to do automatically for us? What things will it do even better than human beings? That's really exciting. But at this point, we might be a little too hyped up around AI. I think we might be a little ahead of the curve. And the curve I'm referring to is the profitability and the true growth curve. I'd like to look at the AI space and share with you the companies that I believe in over the long haul. I'm a long term investor. I want to find stocks that are going to double in value over the next 5 years. This space certainly is going to have a good list of companies that would be very good candidates for that description, as these companies are really going to grow if they harness AI, if they're able to build out businesses that are truly AI businesses. So in this video, I'm going to outline my view of AI and which companies I believe are going to benefit over the long term that I want to invest in. I wanted to ask you to consider sponsoring this community of long-term investors. We have a thriving community of investors that get together on Discord, conference calls, and live streams. And if you sponsor based on the level that you would be comfortable with, you'll get perks and have more access to that community. Prices range from $9.99, $24.99, and $99 per month. And there's varying perk levels as well. I'd appreciate it if you could take a look at the community page and consider being a paid member. Thank you. The AI space is very big and can get very complicated very fast. It just means so many things that it's hard to put your mind around what AI is. It's better to look at specific industries that will really benefit from AI and really drill into that example and drill back to the companies that are going to benefit. For example, customer service. Traditionally, we call into customer service centers. Let's say we bought a product and we need service on that product. Traditionally, somebody would answer, and that person may be or may not be located in the country that we operate in. Now, with AI, I can completely see that an AI chatbot with generative AI could really answer most of my questions quite well. We've been trying chatbots in the software industry for quite a while. In some cases, they're very good. In some cases, they're very bad. And I think AI is going to make them better. And it's going to offload some of that work from people having to answer phone calls and maybe chat with another person and put those on the back of AI. That's completely understandable. That's one example. But it's hard to find concrete examples like that across the board. It's hard to look at industries and see exactly what AI is going to do for those industries. Very quickly, just about every company that is publicly traded began to say how they were an AI company. So everybody's an AI company now. And that makes it a little more confusing to understand who truly is an AI company. Is Ford Motor truly an AI company? Well, I'm sure they're going to use AI in some capacity. Apple was kind of behind, and they kind of are really behind the AI curve. They didn't invest in their own large language model, but they're calling themselves an AI company. If anything, it's really good for marketing. So the number of companies that are saying, hey, we're AI, and the number of times that AI is referenced on earnings calls is completely over the top. It's being mentioned so many times, it makes it confusing. So it's important to really keep my eye on ball and try to focus in on where I truly believe there's a path of value for companies. So there's the hype cycle and there's the adoption cycle. And the blue purple line that you're seeing is the attention cycle, which is the hype cycle. And most definitely, AI has gotten so much attention. We're not seeing a whole lot of applications just yet. We're just seeing a couple. And I'm not quite sure where we are in the hype cycle in proportion to the adoption cycle. How many people truly are using AI? And I would venture to guess that we are somewhere in the area that's outlined in yellow, somewhere early. We just don't quite have businesses that are showing that, hey, with AI, I've built a $10 billion business. Not just yet. I know that the builders of the infrastructure can claim that, most definitely, but they're building the environment for then software companies and AI companies to develop applications and solutions that consumers will use as well as businesses. And that's what hasn't been adopted just yet, not across the board. So we'll see how quickly users will adopt the solutions And I'm expecting if the hype cycle resembles the internet or other technologies that have rolled out, the hype cycle will fade because investors will see that the companies they've invested in are not growing their revenues. They're putting they're putting a lot of capital into their businesses to invest in AI, and they're promising that in a couple of years' time it'll pay off. But it continues to get riskier as you see those free cash flows go down, and you see sales revenue flatten out or maybe even go negative. It's interesting that I find a lot of companies that are hyped up from AI, they actually have negative revenue, which is completely opposite to the direction of their stock price for the last 18 months. So let's see how quickly things get adopted. My best guess is we're early and it's going to take some time, maybe a couple of years, maybe 5 years. I'm not quite sure how much time. I just sense that we're early. So my best AI stocks are here. And it's a pretty long list, and I'll give you a snippet on each. Starting with NVIDIA. Of course, NVIDIA is winning the semiconductor space for high performance computing. And it's amazing that they were at the right place, right time with the right technology, and the revenues have grown. So, most definitely, they're benefiting. Their stock price is really high, and it'll be interesting to see if they can sustain that stock price and if they can grow it. But they definitely are the darling of the AI space. But let's think about what companies, which companies are really going to be the building areas for AI. And those are going to be the hyperscalers like AWS, Google Cloud, Azure from Microsoft, and then Alibaba Cloud. These are services where businesses, let's say Procter and Gamble or Nintendo or Mattel, they want to build an AI app. They will more likely hire or get services from one of these hyperscalers and build out their AI solution. They'll probably use some NVIDIA technology amongst other technologies, but the companies that I believe are going to benefit on the building of AI are going to be AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, and Alibaba Cloud. Those are my best bets. Those are almost no brainer. It's going to happen bets. That's why I like those bets. As we go away from these well-known companies, it gets riskier. I'm not sure if this large language model company is going to be better than another. I'm not sure if a small hyperscaler is going to be around. So it gets harder. So these are my surest bets of who is going to benefit from the AI build out. And that's AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, and Alibaba Cloud. Companies that are actively working to build AI experiences to provide them to consumers and businesses and governments, they're going to be the next wave of companies that benefit. Maybe in a year, 2 years, 3 years time, maybe 5 years. I'm not quite sure when it's really going to become really profitable. But I wanted to show you the companies that I think are really going to benefit. And I'm either investing in them or keeping an eye on them with the potential of investing in them. First one is Meta AI. Meta's come on strong. They have an excellent user interface in Meta AI. I've been using it extensively for my investing analysis and research. It's come back with very accurate answers. Very impressed with it. When you think about Meta AI, Meta has more than 3 billion people going into one of their applications every month. That is a huge population that they can market their AI platform to. So they could get adoption quite fast and establish a very large user community of their AI application. Next on the list is Microsoft. Microsoft is the most common operating system that people using a computer will interact with. And their office tools are quite popular, like Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, amongst other applications. And Microsoft is marketing AI as a co-pilot solution. They're also marketing to businesses to give employees AI co-pilots so those employees can do their jobs faster and be more efficient. Overall, those businesses will save money, and that will be the ROI or the payback on that AI technology. I think Microsoft has some advantages. Salesforce has been working on AI for a long time. I think they used to call their AI Einstein. They might still call it, they may not. I haven't checked in a little while, but I know they've been working to have AI chatbots provide service. And Salesforce has a lot of customers that are businesses that use their software for sales and service. And I think they have a very large audience of enterprise customers that they can sell their AI applications to, help them achieve efficiency and really have a good AI business. Gemini is what Google is going to market with. And Gemini is a very valuable business. First, Consumers like myself can use Gemini. I can upgrade the experience and have Gemini Pro. Businesses can license Gemini and provide it as a service to their employees. Gemini or Google also will provide their large language model to businesses that are really building a big AI application. So Google Alphabet is really loaded when it comes to AI. They have the infrastructure business that I talked about before that will enable them to build out AI for their customers. And then they have really good user experiences that they can roll out to their search customers, their Google Gmail customers, YouTube. They have a big audience to get their AI applications into. Let me talk about a small business, and that one is Chegg. And Chegg is a small company that provides support for students in the form of tutoring that's online. And traditionally, they provided very good tutoring and student services that students appreciated. Now, they are building out an AI experience for students. And right now, it isn't ready for prime time. The reviews are quite poor, but I'm sure they're making to make it better. And as they make it better, I think they're going to benefit from it. Now, it can be a complete bust, but if it's successful, I really like the Chegg stock. It is priced completely down to $1.50 a share. If their AI works, this stock price is going to explode. So I'm keeping an eye on Chegg. The last company is Adobe. Adobe's really bet big on AI. They have Adobe Firefly that helps creators create images, videos, and they're really going big in that space that they've had a lot of specialization and expertise in for a long time. So these are companies that I believe are going to be winners in the AI paradigm, the AI revolution. I currently own stock in Amazon, Google Alphabet, Alibaba, Meta, and Adobe. And I'm keeping an eye on the other companies because I believe they're also going to gain value. And I'm going to track how well they're selling and getting adoption of their AI tools. See who's really ahead, who's going to really revolutionize their space, really capitalize on AI. It'll be really interesting. So those are the best stocks that I'm tracking that are AI related. It's exciting to think of all the possibilities that are coming in the AI space. And I appreciate you watching my video.